Listen, if you're alone right now and you hear a child crying in the next room, do not move, do not call out, and most importantly, do not approach. In this world, some sounds are not vibrations in the air. They are invitations to something that hasn't breathed in 100 years. In this house, the walls don't just have ears, they have memories, and those memories are hungry. We moved into this house because it was cheap, isolated from everything we knew, a fresh start, or so we thought. But the silence here felt heavy, as if the air itself was waiting for us to make a mistake. On the very first night, the silence broke. A small, rhythmic sobbing echoed from above. A little girl crying in the attic. We hadn't even found the key to that room yet. Yet, she was there, waiting. Night after night, the crying grew closer. It started as a whisper, then evolved into a low, distorted chant that seemed to surround every room. Each time I gathered the courage to approach the stairs, the sound stopped suddenly. Absolute silence. It felt as if the house itself was holding its breath, watching me from the darkness of the upper landing, waiting for me to take that final step into the unknown. When the attic door finally creaked open on its own, I found a graveyard of memories. Abandoned dolls with cracked faces and hollow eyes, old books covered in thick dust. And then I saw the papers, lists of names, dates going back decades, people who had vanished from this town without a trace. The crying stopped abruptly. In the corner of my eye, a faint shadow moved among the toys. She was no longer just a sound, she was a witness. Then I saw her clearly. A small girl, but her eyes were pits of absolute black. Her smile was impossibly wide, stretching far beyond the limits of a human face. She stepped toward me and touched my hand. A freezing chill spread through my veins, and for a moment I couldn't remember my own name. My vision doubled, my heart raced, and her laughter, low, hollow, and ancient, filled the entire room until I couldn't hear my own thoughts. In that moment, I realized the terrifying truth. The girl is not human. She is an ancient spirit, a hollow vessel seeking a new body to inhabit. Anyone who hears her cry, anyone who feels pity and approaches her, becomes trapped, a permanent victim of this house's hunger. Every sob you hear in the dead of night is not a plea for help. It is a warning or a perfectly laid trap for the curious. Now I understand. If you hear crying in the night, ignore it, no matter how close it sounds or how familiar the voice may seem. Those who get too close become part of the architecture. And as you sit there watching this video, listen to the silence around you. Is that a child crying in your hallway? Or is she already standing right behind you? Subscribe before the screen goes dark.